that looks, it looks exactly the same. The album covers are literally the exact same album covers. All I know is that I got burned. This is another famous person who stole my work and didn't bother to mention me, not once. And look where he is now. 2.4 million subscribers, 35 million views a video. This is freaking insane, bro. And I'm trying to get 100. Look at my hair, man. Grizzly, who you looking at? It is 11:18. I have 12 minutes until my appointment with the barber. So this album right here, this is not an album, this is a vlog. So this vlog right here, guys, I'm gonna be talking about famous artists and famous YouTubers who have stolen my instrumentals, stolen my song ideas, and stolen my album covers, bro. Stealing my stuff. So pretty interesting, but first I gotta take care of this hair. So let's do that real quick. Who wore it better, me or the Jackson 5?
Now it's much too late for me to take a second look.
Did I do good? Did I do him justice? We here. All right, Cali Cokes. Okay. All right, let's go home. Okay, are we on? 5 famous people who have stolen my work. I have a feeling that somebody's listening to me. So Jaden Smith, let's start with Jaden Smith. You guys have all heard the song Icon. I'm sure you know that this song features a Cab Calloway sample, or actually, most of you probably don't know that. Cab Calloway, the Hottie Hill Man, 1934. I sampled this song back in probably around 2007, 2006 maybe, and I used it in one of my own beats. So this is my version of the Cab Calloway sample being used in a song. You get the point. Jaden Smith starts the exact same way. Here, that's the intro. I'm not really tripping off of that, you know. Here's where the ideas kind of changed. Like, the style of production was a little bit different back then. I was a lot younger than I am now, so my sound wasn't this trap inspired, like hip hop thing. It was more like a bouncy thing. So here's where it changes. Jaden Smith's Icon does the exact same thing.
Whoa. About to make a movie independent. Need new trucks independent.
So, obviously, Jaden Smith's Icon sounds 2 million times better than mine does, because my version kind of sucks. You gotta admit that. His version is far more superior. But the fact that we used the exact same structure of the beat from the intro, doing the progressions as it goes through the progressions, and then it gets to the beat, and then it does the same kind of flipping of the sample, I just find it's frustrating, man, that I thought of this 12 years ago. But then somebody comes out in 12 years later and they make a far superior version. So obviously, kudos to Jaden Smith. Kudos to whoever produced this beat. It's really amazing. It's really awesome. Example number 2. Kirko Bangz. Kirko Bangz is a rapper. I don't really know how to categorize. I don't really listen to his music, but I do know when I first started my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel back in 2013, I was doing all of Justin Bieber's journals and instrumentals. And the very first one was All That Matters. Because I was the very first person to post All That Matters instrumental remake, I got a lot of attention from regular people, but a lot of attention from big artist who wanted to cover the song. Even Justin Bieber himself, which confuses me, used my beat in a Prizeo campaign.
Prizeo.com/Justin. In return for you giving back, I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm bringing a winner to come chill in the studio with me next year.
But then somebody commented on this video and said, Kirko Bangz brought me here. I typed Kirko Bangz, All That Matters into the YouTube search, and I found this.
I heard about you, baby, but I ain't worried about you, baby. I know some.
So it's cool, it's awesome that somebody would think highly enough to use one of your beats. Obviously that means that they like it. The thing is, in my video it says, please, I'm asking, please credit me when you use this. Kirko Bangz didn't mention me not once, not one time, ever. So this very popular singer used my beat off of YouTube and didn't bother to give credit to me. I strongly believe that if he credited me for my work in his mixtape, which has 202,000 views on this video alone, not counting the plays that I got on Dat Piff and all that stuff, I would have had a lot more people following me on this YouTube channel than 11,000 people. But this is what happens when people don't credit you for your work. My next person who I'm going to talk about is a YouTuber named Johnny Orlando. This guy now has 2.4 million subscribers on YouTube. It's insane. Now, this also goes back to the times where I was making those Justin Bieber journals instrumentals. I made Backpack. I got all these, views, which was great. But then this guy, he took my Backpack instrumental, using it in the cover.
You said I come in peace, so I took you home. I gave you food and I gave you clothes.
He didn't bother to credit me whatsoever. And this video got millions of views. I mean, you look at the views on those other stuff, 11 million, 35 million. Can you imagine how many views he got on a Justin Bieber Backpack cover? The original version of this cover is no longer available to watch on his channel. It is either privated or it is unlisted or it is deleted because I made a comment on that video saying, hey, it's great that you use my instrumental, thank you and all that stuff, but please credit me for the production of the instrumental. I found out that these people were selling this song on iTunes. This kid has 1 million subscribers. If he's selling this song on iTunes, even if he got 10,000 people to buy it for $1.29, that's more than $10,000, and I didn't see a penny of revenue from that. I didn't see anything, not even a mention of my name, but how many people, how many subscribers did you get from that video? And I got nothing. I think that's the dirtiest move that you can ever do, man. So I'm very bitter about Johnny Orlando. I mean, maybe it was his parents, I don't know, but all I know is that I got burned. And look where he is now. 2.4 million subscribers, 35 million views a video. This is freaking insane, bro. And I'm trying to get 100 on a video. Goodness gracious. Okay, moving on, man. Let's get past that. The next example, this is example number 4, International Players Anthem, I Choose You, which was by UGK, Underground Kings. Now this song came out 8 years ago, and this is another example of a song that used a sample that I sampled before this song even came out with the exact same idea, the exact same premise, just a slightly different beat. And I used this sample back in 2008 when my first album came out under the name Enzo. UGK, 2 years later, came out with this song, Underground Kings, International Players Anthem, featuring Outkast.
So, I typed a text to a girl I used to see, saying that I chose this cutie pie with whom I wanna be.
You know, I don't have ownership of the original songs. I can't say that somebody's not allowed to sample the exact same songs that I sample. You know, you can't monopolize a market like that. People have the same ideas. I do understand that. But the fact, again, that I came out with my version 2 years before this even was released, When I heard it, I was like, bro, I'm so tired of people stealing my ideas, man. It's very frustrating when you come out with something originally and then somebody else comes out with the same thing, but because they're more famous, it gets more traction and all this stuff. So, you know, I love Outkast and all that stuff, but I was kind of upset, man. I was upset. The next example, and this is a 2-for-1, bro. A 2-for-1 special. Trey Songz. This idea in particular, I am very skeptical about because it literally looks exactly the same. Back in 2010, I had this trilogy album, this trilogy series of albums called Black Circus. The album cover for Black Circus Intermission was the Black Circus logo at the top, Intermission at the bottom in like these little thin like Helvetica font or whatever it was, and in a black and white curtain. Very simplistic, very minimalistic. This dude Trey Songz 5 years later came out with Intermission 1 and 2 in 2015, 5 years after me, and it's literally the exact same cover. It's a black and white curtain on a black and white stage with very tiny thin fonts. Everything looks exactly the same. If you look here, look. It looks exactly the same. The album covers are literally the exact same album covers. Now, I could say that, you know, this is just another example of somebody who had the same idea as you and then they just came out with it a couple years later, but it's very suspicious. And I'll tell you why. Because Trey Songz also came out with a song called Can't Be Friends.
Look what this girl done did to me. She done cut me off from a good love.
So this came out in 2010. I came out with a song called The Artist Without Arms.
This is a song that I wrote to all those people who want to do things in life.
She told me that those days were gone. 2008. And then 2 years later, Trey Songz comes out with Can't Be Friends, which has the exact same sample, just sped up. So not only did Trey Songz steal my cover art, letter for letter, picture for picture, color for color, pixel for pixel, he stole my sample for this song, my idea for this song. And another thing that makes it kind of suspect to me is because I know at the time, around in 2010, Trey Songz was going on tour at the time. So he was rehearsing in a lot of his venues, doing sound checks and all that stuff. But one of the songs that he played over the loudspeaker was a song that I produced. Trey Songz played a song that I produced over the loudspeakers to do a sound check in one of his arena shows. Turns out, Trey Songz actually really loved how that song sounded. He loved the production, he loved the song itself. My conspiracy theory is because he liked it so much, he went and maybe Googled Enzo, Googled Legend, whatever I was going by at the time. He Googled my name. He found my YouTube channel. He found my projects that I released online, my mixtapes, my albums. He got the doggone album covers. He got the samples. He got the original source and he released it himself. Now I know that is a huge conspiracy theory to have. But, you know, who am I? Who am I? Just some guy who sleeps on a couch and produces music out of his room. I don't know. I honestly want to know what you guys think. Like, tell me, do you think it's right for me to feel this way? Do you think that I'm being paranoid when I feel like people are just looking at my work? Protect your work, man. Protect your work and know that people are either going to come out with the exact same ideas that you have, or they're going to just straight up steal your ideas. Make sure when you put out your stuff that you put your tags on it, do all that stuff, so that if people do want to use your stuff, then you can discuss the terms and say, well, you have to credit me if you use it. So, you won't miss chances and opportunities like I had to grow my audience. Like this video, if you like this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, leave a comment down below. Turn on the bell notification so that you'll be notified when I upload my next video. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. As always, be legendary, guys, and I appreciate you.